two document giants, DocuSign and PandaDoc, go head-to-head. Which one really delivers? On the left, DocuSign, the pioneer in e-signatures for enterprise and compliance. On the right, PandaDoc, the all-in-one document automation platform built for sales teams. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points. At the end, you'll know exactly who comes out on top. The result in 2025 might just surprise you. So before we jump into the nitty-gritty, here's a quick mind map of what we're gonna look at. Price, features, how easy they are to use, security and compliance, super important, integrations, analytics and insights, and finally, which type of team each one is really built for. Ready? Let's go through all of these one by one. First up, let's talk about price, because honestly, who isn't watching their bottom line in 2025? Alright, DocuSign, they're huge in big enterprises and they've got a pretty generous 30-day free trial. But okay, small teams beware, their per document pricing can get pricey if you're sending a ton of envelopes and those entry prices are kinda steep. Now, on to PandaDoc. Starts at $19 a seat per month and guess what? Unlimited documents. That's kind of wild. Even on the lower tiers you get a ton of features for small teams and no envelope caps. Little caveat though. If you want splashy integrations you might need to pony up for higher tiers. But overall, on price, yeah, PandaDoc wins this round. Alright, features time, so what kinda cool stuff do you actually get? DocuSign is honestly famous for their e-sign capabilities and they've dialed compliance up to 11. They even have AI workflows, liveness detection, admin audit tools, plus integrations, over 400. That compliance is amazing if you need it, but their template system is a bit less flexible if you're doing creative sales. Now for PandaDoc it gets a bit more sales happy. You've got dynamic content blocks, reusable templates, slick automation for proposals, and analytics that feel made for revenue teams. It's flexible for pitching and closing deals. Downside, their AI and compliance just isn't as advanced, especially if your org needs forensic auditing. So for sheer feature depth, DocuSign takes the win here. Let's talk usability. DocuSign's signing experience is super familiar, smooth, it just works. But if you're making lots of documents, editing and reusing templates can feel, tedious. Now, PandaDoc totally leans into drag-and-drop editing and media-friendly templates. Seriously, it's like playing with building blocks. Their reusable content library is a lifesaver, especially if you're pumping out docs left and right. Minor flag, some advanced stuff might need a little onboarding, but honestly for ease of use in 2025, PandaDoc is just more fun and way faster, so PandaDoc wins this one. Oh, and here's something cool I bet you didn't know, the name DocuSign has basically become the shorthand for e-signatures worldwide, but PandaDoc? Yup, it's literally named after their founder's favorite animal. Wild, right? Okay, now the serious stuff, security and compliance. DocuSign goes all out, 99.9% uptime SLA, detailed audit trails, certifications galore, plus enterprise-level controls. If you need every document checked and double-checked, that's your jam. They move a little slower on new features because compliance comes first. PandaDoc, on the other hand, is also secure and does tracking well but is more business standard than legal fortress. If you're in finance or law, DocuSign's probably the better bet. That's a win for DocuSign. Integrations, how does each play with your other apps? DocuSign is like the Swiss Army knife, connecting with over 400 apps across CRM, storage, workflow. All those options are perfect, but integrating can get complex. You might need an IT wizard at times. PandaDoc plays really well with major sales and CRM tools like Salesforce and HubSpot, but honestly the list isn't as huge. So if your team needs lots of connections, DocuSign again takes this round. And now, analytics and insights. So DocuSign gives you detailed compliance logs, audit trails, you get the legal linchpins, but if you're curious how your recipients actually interact, it's a bit thin, very compliance-focused. PandaDoc, though, you can see exactly how long someone spent on every page, get page-by-page breakdowns, and dig deep on recipient engagement, perfect for sales follow-ups. If you're trying to close more deals, that's gold. Downside, it's more about sales than legal. But for engagement analytics, PandaDoc walks away with the win. Last up, who are these for? DocuSign is built for enterprises. Think legal, HR, finance, procurement. If your business is all about being buttoned up and compliant, that's perfect. but maybe a bit much for a small, scrappy team. PandaDoc leans into small to mid-sized businesses, especially sales and revenue teams. It's lightweight, nimble, but yeah, if you need ultra compliance, it does fall short. So this one is basically a tie, just depends on who you are and what you need. If you're more of a visual thinker, check out this radar chart. We mapped out how DocuSign and PandaDoc stack up on price, features, usability, security, integrations, analytics, and which teams get the most out of them. You can see where each one really shines and where they're just A. So, after going through all that, here's my honest opinion. DocuSign is unbeatable if you care about compliance, security, and enterprise-level control, especially in regulated sectors. But if you're a growing business that loves a great deal, wants fast workflows, flexible templates, and juicy engagement analytics, PandaDoc is where the fun's at. Really, think about what your team needs most and go with the one that's gonna make your life easiest. Still can't pick? Try both on their free trials, no risk, just test drive and see what clicks for you. Oh, and if you want to come back to this, save or bookmark this comparison for your big decision. Happy signing.